The story you're about to see is based on documented fact, but as with most larger-than-life historical figures, time has blurred fact into folklore and folklore into history. However it's read, Sam Houston came this way and left his mark for all time.
Reckon we're gonna fight tomorrow? Or just keep running?
I don't know about General Sam or anybody else, but I'm gonna fight. Just as far as I'm running.
You ain't scared, are you, son?
Scared? That hole's one of my boots from running all over Hades and back. Too tired to be scared, Uncle Jimmy. Sure am dry mouth.
4 bullets, 4 Mexicans.
Don't need no bullets for that thing.
Texas. A republic will be born tomorrow. Or all the great, glorious dreams will die with us here in this swamp. But I don't intend to die. And neither, I think, will Texas. So many lives slaughtered. Goliad. The Alamo. No, by God, it's time the other fellas did the dying. Texas. Santa Ana thinks we won't fight. We've been on the run for 36 days. Everybody else figures me for a coward. Why not the Mexicans, too?
I've been through the camp tonight. The men are angry. They're ready for a fight. They want revenge, Sam. With the Mexicans this close by, they can taste it. Well, General, we fight?
Time up good. We gotta get him back.
¡No me mate, señor! ¡No me mate! ¡No me mate, señor!
Halt! Who are you? Get out!
General, we got ourselves a Mexican. A courier. He's running messages to Santa Ana. Got messages in his saddlebags. Says Santa Ana's going to get reinforced. Quick. Maybe tomorrow. It's what this soldado allows.
It's from General Cosp. We'll arrive 531 infantry near Harrisburg, closing in on San Jacinto. That'll put him here tomorrow, General.
All right, get him something to eat.
I'd just as soon skin him, General.
I said feed him. You'll get your fill of killing soon enough. Go on, get him out of here. Son, don't you know another tune?
No, sir. Only one I got figured out, General Houston. Come through the bower.
You got any help, man?
Well, no, sir. Not much. Just me and Dick, and then there's this one other fella.
What about you, Dick?
I just keep time, General Houston. Whatever's the step.
All right, boys. Play your love song. We can raise freedom to a love song. Maybe even better than a military march. There's a violent courtship ahead of us. Play your love song. Freedom. Texas.
Throwing this party, Colonel Allen. Come in and kick up your heels.
Sam Houston married my daughter, Eliza, in Tennessee in 1829. Houston was a very popular governor. He was the most handsome, the most intelligent, most gifted man in all of Tennessee. He was 36 years old. My daughter was 19.
Colonel Allen, sir. Governor Houston. Excuse me. You have a visitor here from Washington City. Mr. Van Fossen. Sirs and ladies.
Mrs. Allen. Colonel. Mrs. Houston. Governor, sir, I bring you greetings from the President of the United States.
It is an equally happy time in Washington as well. We planned for Mr. Jackson's inauguration. But that does not prevent him from offering to you these remembrances on this special night. Mrs. Houston, with best wishes and fondest hopes for your future. Governor, sir, from Old Hickory himself, a general's ration of fine executive elixir.
Thank you. Well, now we can do some celebrating. Colonel Allen.
Governor. And to the only woman I will ever love.
Mrs. Houston.
Eliza.
Isn't this Tennessee?
Yeah, it is.
There's a fiddle player in here to raise the roof.
Yes, sir, Governor.
Sam Houston was a hero to everyone in Tennessee. He would eventually become a hero to the entire country.
Does a gentleman dance to that sort of music at his wedding?
Sam Houston does, darling. Come on.
But to my family and to me, he was, I must say, a lousy bastard, and I sincerely wish I'd shot him through the heart the first time he came into my home.
Liza? Liza, are you all right? Darling? truly sorry I frightened you last night. Forgive me. I frightened you on your wedding night. Undressing for a man for the first time. Coming to his bed.
But it isn't the first time. I still love him. I can't help myself.
Are you certain? You still love him?
Yes.
I won't ask his name, but why have you engaged in this mockery?
I'm sorry. You're the governor. My father loves power and influence. It wasn't possible to refuse.
You never loved me.
By God, you cannot just return my daughter to me, sir, like so much soiled clothes or damaged goods.
Far from damaged, sir. I assure you, your daughter has not been touched. Our marriage is not consummated, and I shall avow that it does not exist.
I do not understand. You do not just have patience with the girl.
Your daughter is blameless, Colonel. It is entirely my fault. If she wishes to tell you more, then she will. But I assure you, this is not something time will heal. It has become my duty to resign the office of Chief Magistrate of Tennessee. The public opinion by which I have measured every act of my official life dictates that I hold no delegated powers not daily renewed by the electorate. I am compelled to resign this office, which in the public judgment I might seem to occupy by questionable authority.
Sam, you're sacrificing your friends. You're destroying yourself. President Jackson depends on you to control this state for him.
It is my fixed decision, Colonel Williams. I am tendering my resignation. It is done.
Sam, go back to the woman. Make amends. Your political enemies are hanging you in effigy in the streets, and you do nothing. Sam, you're a fighter. Now, don't let Colonel Allen's people force you out.
You win nothing this way. If you let Allen drive you out of office, then the rest of the state will brand you a traitor and a coward for quitting.
What man posts Sam Houston a coward? You, Colonel Williams.
Sam, we're your friends. You owe us an explanation at the very least.
He's right, Governor.
Gentlemen, this is a painful and very private affair. I'm deeply sorry, and I won't trouble you no more. I'm leaving Tennessee forever.
Dealer falls. Too rich for me.
Fortune has given up on me entirely, sir. The pot is yours.
You take it, stranger. I don't care to beat a man that's broken down already.
I don't care to shoot a man mistakenly. You insult me, sir?
I don't know what broke your spirit, my man, but your self-pity stinks.
Dead men don't smell pity. You have a pistol?
Houston! Don't! Houston?
Sam Houston. And history will want to know who I killed tonight.
James Bowie. You are indeed Sam Houston. My apologies, sir. I've heard of your misfortune.
Mr. Bowie, please pick up the pot. Before some damn fool gets killed here.
Making a change in your life, why not come to Texas? That's why I've settled.
What is the opportunity in Texas, Bowie?
Everything. We can make millions. Houston, you could be a king.
Texas? Mexicans might object.
It's ours if we want it. The Mexicans can't hold it against an army of good men. We could revolutionize it in 6 months. Hell, there's only 5,000 people in all of Texas if you don't count India.
I'm done with grand schemes.
Houston, listen to me. There are other women and other worlds to come. An opportunity like Texas doesn't come along every day. 1 million square miles and a government that can't hold it.
I'm sorry, Bowie. Just don't have the blood for it anymore. Going back to live among the Cherokee. Quiet life in the woods. The hell with the rest.
To the Cherokee, then.
Texas, sir. You should be free.
She will be, Houston. It's just a crying shame you won't be there to share the glory.
Colena, Aguiji.
It's good to be here, John.
I've heard that a dark cloud has fallen on the white path you were walking. It is good that you have turned your thoughts to the Cherokee. It was caused by Yahuwah. We are in trouble, Raven, and Yahuwah has sent you to give us counsel. My house is yours. My people are yours. Come, rest with us.
I had known Sam Houston, Colina, the Raven, when I was a girl, when the Cherokee lived in Tennessee. His father was dead, and he spent much time with our people. Chief John Jolly made the Raven his son. The Raven had been our champion over many years, many times against the hatred of the whites. He spoke for us to the great and powerful Andrew Jackson.
Shoot up the eat. Soda wastai.
My father was a white man. My mother's father was white. But I am John Jolly's cousin, and I am a Cherokee.
Diana Rogers, my cousin.
It is an honor to meet the Raven again.
Diana.
The Cherokee came from Tennessee to these lands along the Arkansas to escape the whites. The Raven had helped convince us to sell our homes and move west peacefully before we were killed or driven out for the gold in our hills. We have tried to become like the white man. We have taken up his language, his religion, his way of life, more than any other tribe. We have taken in more whites. We even hold slaves like the whites. And for these things, we are resented. The Raven joined in with the people. He did not stay outside the circle with the other whites, but became again one of us. He was a brother and a father to the people and the children. The Cherokee loved him, and I loved him too. Do you still think of Tennessee and the white man's world?
That's over.
Our life here is hard, but you're much admired and greatly loved.
It is a good thing the Raven has done. This peace between Osage and Choctaw and Cherokee. We are glad.
No man has ever been so effective a peacemaker among the tribes as Sam Houston. No white man has ever been so respected. The Raven has a very great power. No Indian ever had such peacemaking magic.
Once again, you have brought peace to the tribes, Raven. Shall we wager a horse on how long until the next battle?
I have a vision, Olatika. Plan to unite the tribes. The whites want this land, and eventually they may take it. I have been thinking about Tejas. The brothers, the Osage, the brothers, the Choctaw, and the Pawnee, and all the other tribes. Could mount an army of 10,000 mounted warriors.
To take Tejas from Mexico?
And keep it an Indian nation, all of Texas, a confederation of tribes.
We would kill each other. You see that? It is the nature of the tribes to test ourselves in battle.
Texas is big enough we could scatter the tribes, keep them away from each other. I will see to it that there is no war.
You will be chief.
I will be president. This will be a republic. An Indian republic. Think of it.
I think, Raven, you want to be a king more than a chief or a president. And the king of Tejas will need a queen.
I swear my plan will work. A free and united Indian nation, equal to Mexico, equal to the United States. No white men will ever steal your lands again. Think of it. An Indian empire.
Yes. And I still think you just want to be a king.
White men are going to come in waves like the ocean. And eventually they will destroy you all. Listen to me.
I don't listen to whiskey talking. You're drunk.
No.
The liquor fueled the Raven's dreams. The spirits in the liquor often made him a fool to our people. But I think he used the spirits more than they used him. The liquor always wore off, while the dreams lasted.
I feel like such a fool. Such a failure. How can you love such a man? The Indian nation is no foolish scheme. I see it so clearly, but cannot make them understand.
Like the raven, the eagle flies alone, Sam. Only the wind supports him. That's all he needs. Just fly. Others will follow. You search for courage in a whiskey bottle. But the spirits you need are inside of you. You are the eagle, Sam. Learn to fly and to trust your heart.
And so, to fulfill all obligations and in full payment for Tennessee lands surrendered by the Cherokee, the President of the United States, at the direction of the Congress, does offer these remunerations to the value of $50,000, redeemable by the Department of the Treasury at such...
Show me the gold.
At such time as is deemed appropriate and such monies are deemed available...
We want to see the gold.
By the Secretary of the Treasury and authorized by...
Show us the gold!
Open the strongbox, Sergeant.
Where's the gold? Cherokee were promised gold for their land. Where is it?
Now, the Army is only an instrument of policy, Mr. Houston. This script was authorized by the Congress. It's all there is.
Worthless paper for half the land in Tennessee. By God, sir, I'd have these men kill you.
Now, Houston, the bill authorizing such payment was signed by President Jackson himself.
The payment of worthless scrip for the Tennessee lands awoke the Raven from his slumber. He vowed to go to Washington and plead the cause of the Cherokee before the lawmakers and President Jackson. With a renewed purpose and a new fighting spirit, my husband rode away. I could not know then that I would never live with him again, or that I would be with him only one more time in my life.
Newspapers and in the halls of Congress, they are saying that you did not come to Washington to help the Cherokee, but to get rich off the Indians. That you intend to set yourself up as the only agent for Indian contracts, the only trader to the Cherokees and the other tribes, so that you can steal from them. In fact, they say that you have stolen a fortune from them already, Sam.
Look at me, Senator. Where is the fortune? How could I be stealing from anyone? The only reason I want the government contract to supply the Cherokee is because all the Indian agents are so corrupt.
They say you got the Indians to give you all their paper money and that you will cash it in for gold, for yourself.
I know what they say, Senator. I've read the papers. I've also offered to kill some of them if they don't apologize.
Here comes your opportunity. That's the leader of the pack. That's Stanberry, honorable representative from the state of Ohio.
Thank you, George. Stanberry! I'm Sam Houston. You've been telling lies about me.
Get away from me, Houston.
I demand an apology.
You're a lying swindler, Houston. I won't apologize.
Then one of us is going to die. You tell me when and where.
You're not going to murder me, Houston. I won't fight a duel with you.
Come here, Stanberry.
I said get away from me, Houston. There's no fire!
Sam, you are a damn lightning rod. I've never known anybody at the center of so many storms.
You pulled a pistol on me, General.
I know how to kill that yellow coward. You want a glass of bourbon?
No.
You gone and got religion? Well, I suppose not, living out there in the swamps with those heathens. I'll wager there is not one drop of Christian charity in that whole Indian nation.
They keep their word when they give it, sir.
Is that so?
You promised the Cherokee gold, Mr. President.
I promised them payment.
I helped negotiate that treaty. You promised them gold.
Mr. Houston, I am President of the United States, and you, sir, will show respect for me and for the office I hold.
Which one of you lied to the Cherokee, the man or the office?
That will do, sir. I don't care to discuss this anymore.
Did you intend on keeping the promise when you made it?
There is pitifully little gold left in the treasury. And there are more claims against it than I can count. The Cherokees will have to get in line behind the Washington bankers. Until then, they have to be content with what was sent.
You disgrace yourself and the office in their eyes.
You disgraced yourself in my eyes. You deserted me in Tennessee. You ran out of the governor's house like a boy scared of a ghost story.
I wrote you of my reasons.
You let a woman drive you out of the highest office in the state.
No more foolish all wages than fighting a duel over a woman of questionable reputation.
Don't you ever talk about my Rachel like that again.
And you, sir, will never mention to me the events of Tennessee.
You damn fool. You're as crazy as I am. It's a wonder either one of us is still alive. Oh, hell, Sam, pour us some whiskey.
Where else, sir?
And yours, sir.
Excuse me, sir. But I have a vote from the House.
Good news or bad?
The House has decided that Mr. Houston shall stand trial for contempt in the beating of Mr. Stanbury. You, sir, will be put before the entire House of Representatives.
Congratulations, Sam. You have just made history.
Congress has never tried to censure an ordinary citizen before. It's a first. They claim privilege because you've been a congressman yourself.
It was a fortunate opportunity.
Opportunity? To serve several years in prison? Jackass.
I came here to speak for the Indians. No one listened. Now I have the opportunity to speak directly to Congress. I'll risk a prison sentence for that, Mr. President.
Sam, Congress won't listen to you any more than I have. You need a good lawyer.
I am a good lawyer, sir.
But if you think you can defend yourself against that pack of hyenas in the U.S. Congress, then you'll believe I'm a ballerina in buckskin.
I can be somewhat persuasive.
Well, you are somewhat ridiculous in that outfit. John, would you introduce Mr. Houston to a tailor and a barber?
Tell him you knew he was wearing a pistol, and you used the cane to ward off an attack.
Truth is, Senator, I would have beat the man with or without the pistol.
You better go lightly when you start sprinkling the truth around this town. People here seem to think it's poison.
Retained Francis Scott Key as my attorney.
Scott Key, the poet. You want a poet for a lawyer?
I've written some poetry, Senator Buckner, and I've done some acting. I prefer Shakespeare.
Good heavens, Blair. What hasn't the man done?
I have yet to perform on a national stage. Tomorrow I will address the House and the nation.
Sam, quit moving about, for God's sake.
You
Yes, I was waylaid in the street near my own boarding house. Attacked, knocked down by a bludgeon. Severely wounded and bruised. By Samuel Houston, late of Tennessee. The words spoken in my place in the House of Representatives. For which reason, I've been confined to my bed and unable to discharge my duties in the House or attend to the interests of my constituents.
Mr. Houston, how do you respond to these charges?
Mr. Speaker, honorable sirs, arraigned for the first time in my life on a charge of violating the laws of my country, I feel all the embarrassment which my peculiar situation is calculated to inspire. The charge which has been preferred against me is one of no ordinary character. But I have only to say to those who rebuke me, I seek no sympathy, nor need. The thorns which I have reaped are of the tree I planted. They have torn me, and I bleed.
Poetry? He's quoting poetry?
Junius Brutus Booth said Mr. Houston could play Richard III with no more than a week's rehearsal.
What's Mr. Booth doing in Congress?
He's fascinated by the trial, sir.
Actors, poetry. You might as well add trick dogs and charge a dime admission.
There is a bright, undying thought in man that bids his soul still upward look to fame's proud cliff, and longing look in hopes to grave his name for after ages to admire, and wonder how he reached the dizzy, dangerous height, or where he stood, or how.
Sometimes they break out in applause. Other times you can hardly hear a single person breathing. He's got them spellbound.
I take it Mr. Booth is still fascinated by the performance.
Sits in the gallery, sir. Front row.
Well, what about Houston? Has he ever answered the charge?
Well, he sort of went right past it. Oh, he admits he beat the man, but he's got them thinking that Stanbury deserved it. And when I left, he was instructing them on liberty, tyranny, and the ill treatment of the Cherokee by this government.
I would willingly give my life as a guarantee for the protection of the members of this House. I would be the first to protect them, the last to insult their feelings or to violate the sanctity of their persons.
Sounds being as long-winded as usual. He never uses 2 words if 700 will do. Thank you, Lonnie.
So long as that flag shall bear aloft its glittering stars, bearing them amidst the din of battle, and waving them triumphantly above the storms of the ocean, so long, I trust, will the rights of American citizens be preserved, safe, and unimpaired.
Gentlemen, I ask you to join me in a toast to a great victory by the longest-winded man alive. If words were bullets, he could win a war single-handed. To Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
I'll raise my glass to the man I owe everything today. I was a forgotten man. I was dying out. Had they taken me in front of a justice of the peace and fined me $10 for assault, they would have killed me. Instead, I was given a national tribunal for a stage. And that set me up again. To Congressman Stanberry.
To Stanberry.
To Stanberry. Here. To Stanberry. Here.
To the Honorable Stanberry. So, what does Sam Houston do next? Go back in the woods and play Indian? Or are you going to try to make something out of yourself?
I admit I do have a scheme, sir. One which could add a new empire to the United States.
Now, it's not that Texas plan I've heard about, where you get to be chief of all the Indians.
No, sir. I propose to take the Northwest from California to Canada and lay it at your feet.
Well, now, Sam, that is a dazzling prospect, but the British might object to this their territory, you know. Or don't you know that?
I can defeat the British, sir. It's been done before.
Yes, it has. But no, Sam. I like your Texas plan better. There's a growing number of people out there. Enough for an army. They're just waiting for a strong man to lead them. And it's true, by and large, they're a bunch of adventurers. But you could pull them together.
And what support would the President of the United States lend to a revolution in Texas, sir?
None at all. Not officially, that is.
All right, sir. I'll go to Texas.
I'll say it again, because I want each one of you boys to be able to swear that I said it. The President of the United States will give no aid whatsoever to a bunch of upstart revolutionary adventurers bent on stealing territory from our sovereign neighbors in Mexico.
Mr. Houston of Texas.
Sam Houston, Texas. Sam Houston.
Rector, I want you to see to it that Houston gets to Texas. I want you to make sure he doesn't stop along the way and shoot somebody or get shot by somebody. But I don't want any more scrapes. One more misfortune befalling Sam Houston, and he's apt to write it right in here to the executive mansion.
Well, sir, he said he feels he deserves a more illustrious traveling companion than a U.S. Marshal.
I don't care what he feels. I'll tell him to get his jackass on a straight line to Texas, or I'll kick it there. And I'm telling you to stick with him day and night till you see him cross Red River. And don't let him go off on some harebrained scheme before he gets there. Now, that's your job, Elias. I have every confidence that you can handle it well.
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
I rode west, then south with Houston and his slave. I liked the man's nerve. He had some contracts in his pocket to buy Texas land for some New York capitalists and $500 in expense money. He carried a warrant from Jackson's War Department authorizing him to treat with Texas Indians. And that was it. Houston wanted to stop for his Cherokee wife as we rode south. She was some woman. And I could almost believe the talk about him wanting to take over Texas just to make her a queen.
believe the eagle tells you to go. Do what you must do. But I do not think he speaks to me or to my people. I did not think the eagle would speak to a man in a Washington suit with his hair all cut off. I love you.
Houston believed in that eagle of his. It talked to him and became his spirit power, the way Indians believe in those things. As for his wife, I know he loved her, but once we turned from this place toward the Red River, why, he never mentioned her again, and he never looked back.
Well, gentlemen, there's Texas.
Well, a handshake and all the good luck I can wish for you, Sam.
You're a good friend, Elias.
I wish there was more I could do for you.
Well, sir, there is one thing.
Sam Houston rode into Texas with no real plan at all. At least none he confided to me. Just a dream and the self-confidence of a grizzly bear. And the son of a gun was on my horse.
My name is Sam Houston from Tennessee. I've just moved to Texas. At the moment, I'm renting a room upstairs here. Now, understand, I don't mind that you're all having a good time. I certainly cannot object to that. But since I can't sleep, I think I deserve a chance to introduce myself and to announce the fact that I'm setting up a law practice here in Nacogdoches. So, for any worthy cause or case, I offer you my services, and I guarantee they are the best. Now I'd like to buy the house a drink.
Houston! We heard about you around here. Did you bring any of that nerve with you? Or just your big lower mouth?
Both, sir. I brought my nerve and my lower mouth to put them both at your command. No need for us to bloody each other, friend.
A lawyer, huh? Well, I'm gonna need a lawyer. Name's Rusk. Thomas Rusk.
Mr. Rusk, let me buy you a drink.
I hear the charge, please?
Your Honor, these two scoundrels absconded from Alabama with $2,000 of my client's funds and fled here to Texas.
Su honor, esa no es la acusación ante la corte.
Sir, it is your man who is being charged with a crime.
My clients charged this man with assault and damage to their person. Your Honor, he brutally beat my clients.
Your Honor, Mr. Rusk was merely apprehending these worthless reprobates.
Mr. Houston, you will not use those terms in my courtroom. It is your client who is being tried here.
Sir, in no court in the land would Mr. Rusk be brought to task for trying to secure his
Mr.
rights.
Houston, I will remind you that this is not your land. This, sir, is Mexico, and Mr. Rusk is being charged for a crime of which he is considered guilty until you prove him innocent. If I were you, I would get busy with that task.
Forgive me, Your Honor. It is difficult to remember that things are so reversed here in Texas that a man can be swindled out of his entire fortune, and you charge him with a crime when he tries to get his money back. Now, if Texas harbors scum like this and prosecutes a fine man like Rusk, then things are upside down. And I suggest the honest folks of Texas consider a new set of laws to set things right.
You will not preach revolution in my courtroom, Mr. Houston.
Is it revolutionary to demand justice in Mexico, sir?
Do not blame Mexico because Texas is full of scum like these. Remember the land of their origin. They murder and steal in your country, senor, then scrawl a sign on their door that says, "Gone to Texas," where of course they continue to murder and rob and plot revolution against Mexico. The vermin breed in the United States, then come to Texas to spread their filth.
Your Honor, after that heartfelt address to the court, the defense rests its case. Mr. Austin, I'm here in San Felipe to purchase Texas land. I'm here on behalf of some Eastern investors who would like
To buy land. Nothing more?
Well, I shall apply for a grant in my name as well, of course. I was told I had to make application to you, sir. Am I proceeding incorrectly?
No, you understand the legalities quite clearly, Mr. Houston. What I fail to understand is why you are making application for a grant of land from a government that you presently intend to overthrow by revolution.
I intend nothing of the kind, sir. I'm here on behalf of reputable clients who are willing to risk their money in Texas.
Oh, I was under the impression that you and Andrew Jackson were, let's see, what should we call it? Partners in this Texas adventure?
The President of the United States is not a land speculator, Mr. Austin, if that's what's worrying you.
Or am I a revolutionary? I'm an impresario. I administer more land here than the entire state of Connecticut. A responsibility for several thousand immigrants, and I have to deal with the government in Mexico City. And I will not betray that government, sir.
A corrupt and distant government, holding power over a vast territory with a population that loves freedom and independence. That sounds to me like the very prescription for revolution, Mr. Austin.
I will consider your application. Oh, there is one requirement if you were to receive land from the Mexican government. So you must be Catholic.
What are the exceptions to that rule, sir?
None. Not even for you, sir.
And perhaps I will be struck by a miraculous bolt of faith like lightning.
Well, I'm off to Mexico City myself. I'll file your petition personally. I have business there.
Mr. Austin, you're not going begging, I hope.
No. No, I go to demand that Texas be made a free and independent Mexican state.
I think that's a half-step, Don Esteban. Do you want to be Mexican or do you want to be free?
There is no need to fight with Mexico, sir.
Half the Mexicans in Texas don't want to live under Santa Anna's heel, and none of the colonists. Don't you think you're fit enough, sir, to run Texas yourself as president?
Or you, Houston?
Or me. Of course. Doesn't seem that big a task. I wish you luck in Mexico City, sir. I will try to find someone to instruct me in the faith of old Mexico.
Padre!
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Welcome to the church and to Texas, Mr. Houston.
Thank you, Padre.
And, gentlemen, we are all in agreement. We must prepare for war.
No, Mr. Travis, we are not all in agreement.
Houston, listen to this. I took these from a Mexican courier. In a very short time, the affairs of Texas will be settled. The government, the Mexican government, has ordered a strong division to take up the march, made up of troops who are serving at Zacatecas. It says right here, these Texans will be ground down.
No, sir. Travis, who signed those dispatches?
General Martin Prefecto de Corps, in command of the new garrison at San Antonio.
The dictator's brother-in-law. This is no bluff. This is war, Sam.
May very well be, but this is not the way to prepare for it. Has anyone mentioned a petition to Santa Anna?
Petition?
Dr. de Zavala, you helped put Santa Anna in power. You should know what's happening in Zacatecas.
I helped make Santana president of Mexico. But when he seized the powers of dictatorship, I fled here to Texas with a price on my head. In Zacatecas, the people have also revolted against his rule. Now he commands an army of 4,000 to crush out any resistance.
That's not a reward for Dr. de Zavala's capture. It's a bounty on his head, delivered in a basket to Mexico City. That's Santa Anna's answer to petitions, Mr. Houston.
Burnett is right. Now, what good would come from negotiating with a butcher like that?
Blood may make Mr. Houston weak-kneed.
Not me.
I say we ride into San Antonio.
Right.
We pull this Perfecto de Cos out of his bed and send his head to Santa Anna.
He's right.
See what the dictators think to that, huh?
Right.
It's time we put our army together. It's time we took command of our own destinies. We're fools to wait.
And fools to think that you're any match for Santa Anna's forces. He rides at the head of 4,000 professional killers. These are not young recruits.
Houston, if you're afraid of a fight, get the hell out of here.
Hold on, Burnett. Well, I don't know how many here have ever commanded troops in battle, but I know Mr. Houston, and he has. Now, if Houston preaches caution, then I second that.
How will you fight, Mr. Burnett? In single file? Will you have time to coordinate your cavalry with your foot soldiers?
Jim Fannin knows about these things. He went to West Point.
For how long? A year?
Long enough to get over being afraid.
Gentlemen, please! Please, here comes Stephen Austin. Now, this man has sacrificed everything for Texas. I would like to know what he has to say. Don Esteban, what do you think?
Well, I went to Mexico to plead with Santa Anna. Make Texas an independent state with an elected legislature. Now, you all know the months I spent locked in his jails. Now the dictator has decreed there is to be no more immigration into Texas. And he threatens to seize lands already granted to settlers. Now, I have also just received word that Santa Anna's army has subdued Zacatecas. And he has coldly executed thousands of his own countrymen. Now, I do not fault Mr. Houston's call for moderation. But we must defend our Texas. We must never let her suffer the cruelty of tyrants. We must fight. We must have war.
My general has ordered you in the name of Don Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, Presidente de Mexico, to surrender your cannon to me at this moment.
Dominic Gonzalez, come and take it! Yeah! Give it! Touch it off!
1,500 muskets, 30 kegs of powder, and 18 artillery pieces.
We broke through the walls from house to house. Those cannons were nothing up against us. You should have been there, General.
Where are your prisoners being kept, Colonel Burleson?
Send them back to Mexico?
They signed papers of parole that they would not fight in Texas again.
Sweet victory, Sam.
It's a disaster, Bowie. Santa Anna will march back in here with those troops you paroled and 5,000 more. Where are the rest of your troops?
We told you. The war's over, Houston. Most have gone home.
And I'm telling you, by March 1st, we've got to be prepared to meet an army of thousands. Probably led by the dictator himself.
You don't know any of this, Sam.
First thing you can do, Colonel Bowie, is burn that mission to the ground.
You don't tell me what to do, General. And you most certainly don't tell me to burn down the best fortification in Texas.
We can never hope to defend this place. I'll send Will Travis with some men to help you blow it up.
I took this place, Sam, and by God, I will hold it.
With what? If General Cost couldn't hold this place against your small troop, how do you hope to defend it against Santa Anna? This is a death trap, Jim. You've got to destroy the Alamo.
To the people of Texas and all Americans in the world, I am besieged by 1,000 or more of the Mexicans under Santa Anna. I have survived a continual bombardment of cannonade for 24 hours and have not lost a man. The enemy has demanded a surrender, otherwise the garrison are to be put to the sword if the fort is taken. I have answered that demand with a cannon shot, and our flag still waves proudly from the walls. Then I call on you, in the name of liberty, of patriotism, and everything dear in the American character, to come to our aid with all dispatch.
Coronel Travis's letter is wrong about one thing. He says Santa Anna surrounds him with 1,000 troops. I tell you, when I rode through that gate with this call for help in my hand, I saw twice that many soldiers. And sign of still more, Coronel Travis and the rest cannot last long against those odds.
But what are we waiting for? Let's ride! And gather forces as we go!
Listen to me! It's 3 days hard riding to the Alamo. Captain Seguin says Santa Anna has the mission surrounded with thousands of troops. We cannot help Travis.
Houston, we've got to ride to San Antonio now! We'll die with Travis if we must!
Burnett, you're a fool! This convention must first form a government. Then we can raise an army that stands a chance against 6,000 or 7,000 trained troops.
Houston, you are a coward, sir! Let's ride!
Burnett, stop this mad rush. There'll be no Republic of Texas without a government. No government if we're all dead. Only chaos and disaster. Travis and Bowie are buying time with their lives so that you can form a government, not just a mob. Stay here. Give Texas something to fight for. I'll ride to Gonzales and round up whatever men I can find. We'll combine with Fannon's 400 at Goliad. March to relieve the Alamo. Thomas, you'll be needed here. Make sure these men stick it out. Don't let that fool Burnett run away with this convention. He'll lead us all to hell in a handbasket, and Texas will forever be Santa Anna's wasteland.
Texas needs a commander-in-chief of the army that'll fight.
That's right!
I move we appoint Colonel Burleson to the post. Remove that Indian lover.
And I move that we get to the task of forming a government and let General Sam Houston try and save the army of Texas that's left. And now, if anyone wishes to discuss this matter more deeply, let them step forward. We seem to have our first vote. And it's unanimous. Inside.
Hay que hacer más fogatas. Y pronto. Hay más rebeldes muertos en la capilla. Quémalos todos.
Dime, esclavo. ¿Y quién es este?
This is Colonel Travis. He was commanding. I belong to it.
Adelante, quemen el cuerpo. ¿Quién era este?
That's Mr. Crockett from Tennessee. I heard tell he was a congressman.
Come on. ¡Alto! ¿Quién es este?
Un gabacho. That's Mr. Bowie. Yes, sir, that's him.
Lléveselo directamente al presidente. Mujer americana, llévensela al presidente.
¡Rápido!
Tráiganle a la mujer y al negro también. Quiero que vean lo que hacemos con traidores.
¡Listo!
¡Fuego!
¡Fuego!
How many volunteers were in Gonzales, Mr. Seguin?
200 or 300 when I rode through, sir. But the men of the town are at the Alamo with Travis and Boyd.
What about Colonel Fannin?
He never responded to your order to march to San Antonio.
Still in Goliad?
So it would seem, sir.
You got a rifle, Mr. Sylvester?
Yes, sir. I got 50 rounds of shot, some powder, and pistols.
Sign him up, Buckley.
Name's Robinson, sir. Got this trade long rifle, some shot, bar lead, this Damascus blade.
General, it's best you come. Quickly.
Go on with it, Mr. Hockley.
The Alamo, sir? They're all dead, every man. They let us go so we would come here and tell you. Santa Anna has 6,000 men. He'll raise this town and every other in Texas that doesn't surrender to him. He'll burn everything down. He'll kill every human being. Men, women, and children. The ones that surrendered were lined up and shot. The wounded were bayoneted. He burned the bodies, all of them. My husband's too.
Thank you, ma'am. It's only 60 miles to the Alamo. Santa Anna and his 6,000 could be here in 2 days of hard marching. We had 374 men this morning. Colonel Fannon's got another 400 at Goliad. Wouldn't want to play those kind of odds in a card game, would you, Mr. Smith?
No, sir. We can sure ride faster than 6,000 Mexicans.
Yeah. We'll pull back to the Brazos and keep ourselves between Santa Anna and the convention.
Colorado and the Brazos are both running bank full from spring rain.
That's good. We'll use our speed and keep the rivers between until we can recruit more men. High waters will tend to bog them down. We'll burn every river ferry we cross. Santa Anna will have to stop. Build barges for his 6,000. I want to throw out scouts to the west and north. Keep me informed of the dictator's progress when he marches from San Antonio. I'll order Colonel Fannin to abandon Goliad. Pull back to the Colorado. Damn! Scorch the earth. I'll burn every building. I'll poison the water in every well. Colonel Burleson, form up the army and set the civilians on the road. We'll march in 2 hours. No stragglers.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, I want you to say nothing now. But stay behind and burn Gonzales when we're gone. Burn it to the ground.
Yes, sir.
Renegades were looting a farm, stealing, raping. By God, they're gonna die for it. We're fighting against a tyrant who abuses and kills his own people. Here we have 4 of our own who will do the same thing to the wives and children of fellow Texicans. Is that what you're fighting for? Is that why you're grinding out your lives? Hang them!
Now, Jeff Smith says that General Cessna's lead force is just west of the Colorado. Gentlemen, there's our chance.
A chance for what?
Houston, we must turn and fight. There's been enough running.
General Houston, Colonel Sherman.
I can take my Kentuckians, cross that river downstream, hit the Mexicans from behind, and trap them all up against the riverbank.
And what will that accomplish, Colonel?
It will accomplish a victory, General. A badly needed victory.
At what cost? How many Kentucky men dead?
If you're afraid to fight, Houston. We're not.
You really think I'm afraid to fight, Baker?
You're gonna lose this whole army unless you make a stand now. Half these men want to go back to their families, and we now have more refugees than fighting men. This retreat has caused a general panic, General.
The slaves running free everywhere since this panic started. And some of your Indian friends are starting to raid all over Texas since we've been running. Men have got to protect their families if you won't do it.
General Houston!
General Houston! Message from Colonel Fannin at Goliad, sir. They're all captured, sir. Near 400 men.
Fannin's men?
Him, too. He's bad wounded. We was trapped. Right in the open. He didn't have no choice, sir. He sent me out and give a sword to General Urea.
You look done in. Get some food and coffee in you.
Houston, your army is dwindling away. If you don't fight now, there'll be nothing left to fight with. And nobody left to fight for!
We've got one hope, Colonel Sherman. We've got to draw Santa Anna's supply lines so thin they'll snap. We'll move the army to Grosses on the Brazos.
Coronel Fannin, el presidente Santana orders your death, sir.
I surrendered my men with honor, sir. And with guarantees.
Hey, Homero, where do you think they're marching us?
Tell me, Louisiana. How far is that?
300 miles, maybe more. They're wearing dress uniforms. No packs, no baggage. I don't think we're going to Louisiana. They're gonna shoot us, ain't they?
¡Compañía! ¡Alto! Nos quedamos, soldaditos.
¡Para la derecha! ¡Adelante! ¡Adelante!
¿Qué es esto? ¡Ahora sí!
¿Qué es esto?
¡Apunten!
¡Apunte!
¡Los derechos! ¡Abre!
men sitting here on the browsers for? And we could be marching to Mexico City. We could take over all of Mexico while Santa Anna's up here chasing your elusive Mr. Houston all to hell and gone. You want satisfaction? You want glory? Ride with me to Mexico.
I'm with you. I'm with you all the way.
Mr. Hockley?
Sir?
I want some graves dug. Right over there.
Someone die, sir?
Somebody might.
It's all done, sir.
You know what these holes are for? Mr. Lamar?
They look like graves to me.
They are graves, sir. And I'll make a promise to all of you. Any man who goes through my camp beating for volunteers for any misadventure is gonna lie in one of these holes. I want all you officers to make sure that every man here marches past these graves and gains an understanding of my warning. We have a short time here to turn this mob into an army. I want no more distractions.
Hey, mister. Fix my rifle, will you? Hammer won't stand lock. Sorry, sir.
Come back in an hour. I'll have it fixed for you.
General Houston, my name's Kirkendall. I come all the way down here from Kentucky. When do we fight, sir?
Glad you're here, son. You just worry about keeping your powder dry. I'll fix your rifle and run the army. That all right with you?
Yes, sir.
So, Houston.
Thomas! See you. You here to volunteer?
I'll bring you a letter from the president, sir.
Jackson?
President of Texas.
Who's that?
Burnett! President of the Republic? Why not just shoot me in the back instead? Burnett! That hog thief, that rattlesnake.
Read the letter, Sam. Now, Burnett wants you to turn your army around immediately and fight, sir.
Burnett is telling me when to fight.
And if you refuse the order, I'm instructed to remove you from command, Sam.
Well, I refuse the order, and I refuse to be removed from command. Look at that army, Thomas. They're worn out. They're not trained. They're ill-fed. They're ill-clothed. And look at here. Santa Anna is in San Felipe. He has burned the town. Sesma is here crossing the Colorado in force, not 3 days out. Urea is right in here, moving east, with another 2,000. Now, it's all I can do to keep these soldiers between the Mexicans and the government at Washington on the Brazos.
The government is no longer at Washington, Sam. And President Burnett and everyone else has fled to Harrisburg on Buffalo Bayou.
Burnett is already running away, and he has the nerve to order me to fight.
Everyone is scared that you can't protect them, General. Now, your own officers are reporting to Burnett. They say you refuse to fight, Sam.
Thomas, I realize that the whole of Texas is in a panic. I lose 50 soldiers a day to desertion. Well, this army has only one fight in them. And I'm going to pick the time and the place for that one battle. To hell with my officers. Who's elected vice president?
Lorenzo de Zavala. Potter is Secretary of the Navy.
Potter. Another damn hog thief.
One, two, one.
What the hell is this?
1, 2, 1. Left, right, left. Left, 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 right, left. Company. Halt. Order. Off.
General Houston?
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Quinn, sir. We come to join your little scrap, sir.
From where?
Louisiana.
Those are American Army muskets, sir.
Do I see Jackson's fine hand in this?
We are all free men and volunteers here, sir. But General Gaines has 2,000 troops along the Sabine.
I am sure as hell glad to see you here in Texas. Sergeant Quinn, you do me the favor of marching your volunteers right down the middle of this encampment? Give everyone a chance to see what real fighting men look like?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Shoulder, arm. Forward, march. Left, 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 right, left, left, left.
Thomas, it may please you and the government and all the rest of my critics to know that this army may be beginning to get some fight into it.
Santa Ana's moving across the Brazos towards Harrisburg, after President Burnett and the government, towards Harrisburg and Buffalo Bayou.
How near Harrisburg, Mr. Arnold?
He's coming up fast from Fort Bend, sir.
Santa Ana moves with any speed. They can cut us off, General.
Maybe I'll let him get there ahead of us just to see how scrappy President Burnett and his armchair generals might merely be.
If the government's captured, sir, that'll be the end of it.
All right. Gentlemen, form up your troops. We're moving sundown and march through the night.
Burlester's right. I think we should talk strategy right here.
Well, I don't, Colonel Sherman. Any plans I share with you, your spies will carry back to President Burnett. And I don't want the Mexicans intercepting your dispatches.
Pointing south, gentlemen. That's to Harrisburg. Santa Ana's down that way.
Stay with the civilians and guard the wagon train.
General Houston, I was ordered to ride from the Alamo. I will not stay behind now to guard women and baggage. If my men from Behar had not wanted to fight, we would have stayed home to guard our own families.
I withdraw the order.
Keep it moving, boys. Don't let those Kentucky men outlaw. Pick up the step. Keep it moving.
Colonel Sherman and Lamar and them is mixing it up with the Mex cavalry.
Sherman, I told you not to engage the enemy unless attacked.
They fired cannon at us, Houston.
I don't care if they rain brimstone down your collars. My orders will be respected. Mr. Lamar, I also hold you responsible for this action. But you are a fighter, sir. I commend your courage.
I say we ought to have Colonel Sherman in charge of this army. He wants to fight. He got his men into 2 scraps already. I say if Houston don't fight tomorrow, then we pull Houston down and put Sherman in his place.
Well, what about Lamar? After what he done?
We just need one man to get on a horse and say charge. We can do the rest.
If Houston don't want to fight tomorrow, we'll find somebody else who can. No more running.
All right, damn. After 9 o'clock in the morning, boys. Houston's still asleep. Hundreds of Mexicans just over the rise. I don't understand. I just damn don't understand.
General, you better wake up. General, Santa Ana did get reinforced. Those 500 under General Cost just marched in. They're pitching camp. He's had most of the rest of them up all night, building barricades.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. What about the dictator?
He ain't doing any more than you are. We got a glass on him this morning at sunup. He's just walking around. Appeared to me be a little lazy. Wasn't giving any orders. Any more than you are. I think he figures to rest up for a while.
Stand by, Mr. Smith. I may have work for you. You have a good night's sleep, General? Yes, sir. I had a very good night's sleep. First I've had in a long time. How'd you sleep, son?
I slept fine.
Are you up for a fight?
Hell, General, I reckon every last one of us is up for a fight. Smith. It's gonna be a good day to fight a battle. Near 2 o'clock. All my officers and go cut down Vince's bridge.
That's the only way out of these swamps, General. You can't retreat.
I know that. Cut it down. Today we're all gonna fight or die.
All right, boys. Remember the Alamo. Remember Goliad. Trail arms. Forward.
Nixon's Ridge is down, boys. No place to go. Fight for your lives. Prepare to fight.
¡Atención, soldados! ¡Soldados! ¡Nos ataquen! ¡Todos en fila! ¡Listos!
Broccoli, turn their fire.
¡Caballo! ¡Traigan mi caballo, pronto!
March on your cavalry!
got away, General.
Dean, I want you to find me the dictator. I don't want him alive. Go on, find him. Vámonos, hombres. Santa Ana!
Your leg is shattered. You must not move it.
The Santa Ana skeptic's entire victory is meaningless.
Sam, the ferry's guarded. Vince's bridge is down. But we'll find him, sir, if he lives. And you rest and try to enjoy your triumph.
How many men dead?
We count 630 dead Mexicans, sir. Over 600 prisoners so far.
What are our losses, Mr. Hockley?
We lost 6 men, sir. We have 24 wounded, that's all.
Max. Get up! Get up! Get on your feet! I'm gonna kill you. No!
He's harmless. Been enough killing. Toss him over here behind me. I'll take him back here.
Ayúdame, señor. Por favor, por favor.
Crazy Mexican, don't quit kissing me. I'm gonna kill him myself. There you are, fella. Keep yourself alive. It's him! Santa Ana! Santa Ana! Santa Ana!
I'm Antonio Lopez de Santana, Presidente de Mexico, Commander-in-Chief of the Army of Operations. I place myself at the disposition of the brave General Houston.
Shoot him!
Be quiet. Be quiet, I say!
General Santa Ana, sit down.
You may consider yourself a man born with no common destiny, Senor Houston, for having conquered the Napoleon of the West. But now it remains with you to be generous to the vanquished.
You should have remembered that at the Alamo, you butchering son of Satan.
Shoot him! I summoned them to surrender. They refused.
Why don't you let us have the little weasel, General Sam? We'll roast him for dinner.
Hockley, get some paper. General Santa Anna is going to write a note to all his generals, ordering them to surrender or march back into Mexico, south of the Rio Grande.
It was my destiny. What is the name of this place where I have fallen?
San Jacinto, in the Republic of Texas.
Sorry, old fella. General's tired and busy.
Tell him the president's on the field of battle.
Hockley?
Yes, sir.
I want to dictate a letter to the president.
President Burnett, sir.
No, not that hog thief, the president. Andrew Jackson.
General Houston, my congratulations. Brilliant victory.
Thank you, sir. I didn't expect to see you. I was told you bought a boat and sailed away to Louisiana.
Well, here I am. They lied. Where is Santa Anna's body?
It's in that tent out there. If you like, I'll have him marched over here for you.
You mean you didn't kill him?
I need him alive. There are 3 more Mexican armies in Texas, each one of them larger than ours. We are in grave danger.
Mr. Houston, your wound is obviously severe. Incapacitating. You are relieved of this command. Mr. Rusk, you are now in command of all military forces in Texas. Cannot bring that civilian aboard this ship. He's leased to the government of Texas.
I've taken over 29 chips of bone out of the general's leg, sir. I'm afraid of gangrene. You must take him to hospital, sir. Otherwise, he will die.
No.
General, I'm honored to welcome you aboard the Yellowstone.
Thank you, Captain.
Looks like we might have a fight here, sir.
What's wrong?
The president does not want Mr. Houston to board.
I am captain of the Yellowstone. General Houston will be aboard this ship, or she will not go to Galveston nor anywhere. General Houston's army killed 700 Mexicans. Are you sure you want to try to keep him off this boat?
Texas. She's yours now, boys. Keep her free. Godspeed, General.
Sam Houston survived his wounds and became president of the free and sovereign Republic of Texas. He finally succeeded in getting Texas into the United States, only to see it all come undone in civil war. Houston was twice elected president of the Republic of Texas. He then served 13 years as a U.S. senator from the state of Texas. He was twice elected governor. But then he refused 3 times to take an oath to the Confederacy and was dismissed from office. Houston withdrew from public life, and he died in Huntsville, Texas in 1863. He was convinced at the end that his life had been a terrible failure.